5 in total, and then added to that the British Heart Foundation in the last little while. So that the main development on that story. We keep an eye across that and bring you more as it comes into us. We'll also have plenty more from the United Nations General Assembly. That session with the leaders speaking starts in a few hours' time. But that's it from today's Verified Live. Thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow.
Tonight at 6, a number of charities sever ties with Sarah, Duchess of York, after the emergence of correspondence with the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. The Duchess called Epstein a supreme friend in an email sent more than 15 years ago as she apologised for publicly disowning him. Also tonight, Reform UK vows to make big changes to the immigration system. Thousands of people in the UK legally could be forced to leave. President Trump is expected to link paracetamol, or Tylenol as it's called in the US, with the risk of autism. We'll be examining the claims. And how the global megastar Harry Styles completed the Berlin Marathon undercover with a fake name in record time.
Coming up on The World Today on BBC News, we'll bring you a fresh take on the day's top stories. So for all the latest news, culture and a bit of fun too, join us at 6:30.
Good evening and welcome to the BBC News at 6. A number of charities have severed ties with the Duchess of York today after an email she sent in 2011 to the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein emerged, in which she described him as a supreme friend. The email came weeks after Sarah Ferguson, who was married to Prince Andrew, had publicly distanced herself from Epstein. Helena Wilkinson has been following the story. Is with me now. This started with one charity this morning, a children's charity, but it's really gathered pace, hasn't it?
Yes, Sophie, in the last half an hour, another big charity, the British Heart Foundation.
Helena, thank you. Reform UK has announced plans which could force thousands of legal migrants who are permanently settled in the UK to leave. Under the proposals, all migrants with indefinite leave to remain will be told to reapply for new visas. The party's leader, Nigel Farage, told reporters that the party would also bar anyone other than British citizens from accessing welfare. Here's our political correspondent, Ian Watson. Reform UK claims their plans would save billions of pounds over several decades. The Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, as you heard, said the suggested savings have no basis in reality. BBC Verify's Ben Chu has been looking at the numbers and is here now. Hello.
Sophie, currently migrants typically become eligible for indefinite leave to remain, also known as settlement or settled status, after living in the UK for 5 years in the UK. Sophie.
Ben, thank you. Now, it's been reported that President Trump will link autism with paracetamol use in pregnancy. President Trump was asked about paracetamol, which is called Tylenol in the US, by a reporter on Air Force One last night. This is what he said. Our medical editor, Fergus Walsh, is with me today. We're expecting some sort of official announcement at about 9 o'clock this evening. But what are we to make of this? Fergus Walsh, our medical editor. Thank you. The Liberal Democrat leader, Sir Ed Davey, believes it is his moral duty to keep Reform UK's leader, Nigel Farage, out of power. He says the Liberal Democrats are the party of change that most represents British values. He's been speaking to our political editor, Chris Mason, at the party's annual autumn conference in Bournemouth. The time is 6:15, our top story this evening. A number of charities sever ties with Sarah, Duchess of York, after the emergence of correspondence with the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. And still to come,
It's a tingle of health. It tells you something very important.
We look back at 7 decades of television advertising.
Coming up on The World Today on BBC News, we'll bring you a fresh take on the day's top stories. So for all the latest news, culture and a bit of fun too, join us at 6:30.
The EU's cybersecurity agency has confirmed that outages at several European airports this weekend were caused by a ransomware attack. Automatic check-in systems at London Heathrow, Berlin and Brussels airports were all affected, and Brussels has asked airlines to cancel nearly half of their flights there today. Here's our cyber correspondent, Joe Tidy. Well, leaders are gathering at the United Nations General Assembly in New York, where they'll discuss a 2-state solution to end the war in Gaza. It comes after several countries, including the UK, formally recognised a Palestinian state, with more countries expected to follow in the coming days. Israel says recognition is a reward for Hamas. Our diplomatic correspondent James Landell is at the headquarters of the UN in New York. What can actually be achieved at the United Nations, James? James, thank you. The Chancellor says the government's approval of a second runway at Gatwick Airport will help to kickstart the economy and create thousands of jobs. But environmental campaigners have criticised the expansion plans, with the Green Party saying the move is a disaster. Our transport correspondent Katie Austin is at Gatwick for us tonight. Katie. Now, 70 years ago today, the first TV advert was broadcast in the UK. It was chosen through a lottery, and the winner was a toothpaste brand which beat 23 other products for the privilege. Our correspondent Emma Vardy has been looking at some of the highlights from over the decades. And finally, to Berlin, where 55,000 runners took part in the marathon yesterday, including one very famous face, the pop star Harry Styles, who turned up unannounced and ran undercover. In full disguise, no doubt, fully dressed up. Under 3 in a marathon, that's pretty impressive, very fast.
Amazing. I mean, if the disguise didn't work, I suppose you could go under a gorilla suit. You see some of those.
Yeah, or the rhino. You could be in a full rhino suit.
It's too much work for me. Today, well, there's been loads of sunshine across the UK as we look at the forecast into Sunday and Monday. But for most, after a soggy September, it looks dry for the rest of the week, Sophie.
Thank you very much. That's it from us on the BBC News at 6. The news continues here on BBC One. It's time for the news where you are. Goodbye.